Good morning.
Good morning.
Hoping you can hear us above the sound of the cicadas.
And the other bugs and the crickets and everything else that's making a noise.
Yeah.
Glorious.
It is very nice. It's a bit overcast, but it's still humid.
It is.
At the moment there's a bit of a cool breeze, so while it's still morning, we're going to go for our walk and see if we can find the big sand dunes.
Yep. Brought the drone along because it's not too breezy, so should hopefully get some interesting shots.
Yeah, the signal here is pretty pants.
Yeah.
So we'll do our best. That's all we can say on that one. So it's a bit of a conservation area. Well, it is a conservation area. Most of New Zealand is. But here they're very mindful of the cedars and the pine. There's some
this particular area, they're clearing the pines, presumably to allow the native trees to take over again.
Yeah. If you come this way and you wonder why there's a lot of trees that have been chopped down, that's the reason why. So yeah, we'll show you our little walk. And see how far we get. So we parked overnight here. This is where the ranger told us that we could park. They've got drop toilets. It was very peaceful. Oh my god, the mozzies though.
Yeah.
I forbade Kevin from going out to the drop toilet later on. I went, nah, you have to use the indoor one.
Yeah. And then when we went over there this morning, it was absolutely heaving with mosquitoes in the toilet, so it wasn't particularly pleasant.
No. But
you can actually drive down to where we're going to walk to. But having experienced 3 kilometres of the road coming into where we're parked, we decided to walk because we'll show you on the way out.
And also there's a cattle grid just past the car park. So
Not sure why. I mean, yeah, okay, keep the cattle in and stuff.
Well, there was quite a few sheep, weren't there, in the field, to the overflow camping field.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that we're not driving over the cattle grid doesn't make any difference because the road's just like one continuous cattle grid. It's like, that's how vibrate it is.
Yeah. Oh, got to get back up this hill.
Yep.
We'll be fine. As you can see through the trees, somebody's climbing up. So they're climbing up with like a bodyboard. See it just through there. And then they slide down on said bodyboard. And I think you can hire the bodyboards. I'm not sure how much, but yeah, you've got to be pretty energetic. I would quite fancy it, I have to say. I'm not going to say I wouldn't. But you don't necessarily land in the sea or anything like that. It's all just sand. In case you're wondering, got the shoes in 4-wheel drive. Sports mode, some of you call it. We ummed and ahed about putting on our walking shoes, but we had a vibe, it'd probably be okay. Oh, we've come out to the road.
Oh, might walk back up the road then. It might be an easier ride. Although, no, they recommend the footpath because presumably the way people drive.
Bad.
Yeah, footnote. There's no dogs. You're not allowed to bring dogs or pets into any of the campsites. So this is part of there's a walking trail that goes all the way around the dunes, all the way around the point, and one of the conditions is that you can't have any pets with you. That includes cats, by the way.
Yeah, one that we nearly killed, right in front of us. How many vans were there on the road at that point? Hardly any, but one decided to run in front of us. There you go. Giant Park sand dunes. That's probably where you could hire one of your bodyboards from. So I decided to have a look to see what it was that kept biting me, the little black things. and they're called pirate bugs. And they're in some ways more annoying than the mosquitoes because you don't even know they're happening. So everyone said, oh, they're sandflies. I said, no, I know what a fly looks like. And these are definitely not flies. And their bite is quite vicious and they are so itchy. So itchy. But look at the size of these sand dunes. These are the size of those waves in Portugal, which is mad.
Oh, should have just kept walking around the outside.
Yeah. Oh, you say?
Oh, we're going to have to get our feet wet then, aren't we?
No.
What do you mean no? Oh, if you want to go over there towards the sea, you're going to have to get your feet wet.
So we've got to take one for the team. Look, go across this raging river. Then climb up the hill somehow. Right, I'll film you. You go first.
Okay, should we go down there where it's a bit flatter rather than step into that? Oh, if you called this teppy, oh no, you different lake, wasn't it?
Different lake, and that's running. It's always running water's always colder. I don't know if you lot can see the bites on his legs. I'm not sure what they're from, but they weren't itchy for him. Here I go. Oh, frig. No, that's cold. I do, as soon as you sort of like, you know, get used to it. Oh, look, he's got a big bug on his head.
Yes. No. Got a yellow hammer in the tree up there. Do you remember when we were up here last time? When we were right at the top, we got the helicopter ride over the top.
Yeah.
Right out round Cape Reinga. See if we can find some old footage or something, because
it's on the upper drive, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, would it be on this drive?
Yeah, it'll be on this drive. So
okay.
If we can find the footage, we might put it in.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So
and relatively cheap. It'd be interesting to see how much it is this time.
Yeah. I think it was the equivalent of 80 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah,
for the pair of us.
For both of us, yeah.
Which is a lot of money, guys. We know it's a lot of money, but for a helicopter ride, which was 20 minutes, and we missed out on a shark or a basking whale. Did he say it was
basking shark?
Basking shark, a barking shark. We just happened to drive past the helicopter, and then we doubled back and asked how much it was, and Kevin said, oh, you and I went, you ain't never going to get that cheap. So we went for it, didn't we, Kev?
Yep.
No nerves, just got in there. There was no health and safety, there was no signing of your life away, was there? They just said jump in then.
Yeah.
That was it. And that what? Good thing, as I've mentioned before about New Zealand, they're not so fussed about rules and regulations. Of course you must adhere to them, I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but they're not that strict. What a beautiful spot. Sky's not sure what he wants to do, but it's a bit clear up there.
Yeah. Need some sun.
Or maybe not. The sun here.
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah. Not right this minute,
boiling.
but when we get back to the van, could do with a bit of sun on the van.
Yeah.
It feels a bit damp inside the van at the moment.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's very humid, so
Yeah.
there's everything in the van is quite damp, and we could do with a few hours of proper sun, charge the battery.
Yep. The B2B that Kevin's installed has helped an awful lot.
Oh yeah.
So I was editing for a good,
7 hours.
7 hours, and the inverter didn't bleep at all to say that it was low on battery. So even in our other van that's got way more solar, it would have bleeped, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah. But yeah, I quite like this. It's a smaller inverter. It only needs to be. It's only as big as it needs to be. Whereas the one in our other van,
It's too big, isn't it?
is almost twice the size, which we don't need.
Oh, out of breath. I went and did this little one. So I saw a rabbit in there, and a couple of swamp harriers. That's probably what they're hunting. Kev's volunteered to go up here.
Right, yeah, can I walk through there?
I was just joking. See where people trek up. So these lads here are going to slide down here, and I've just asked them, can we film you and email it to you? So they've said yeah, so all good. You can see how difficult even the dog's struggling to get out there. Looks like a long leg staff of some sort.
Saying that the last time we were up here, this was all very yellow, very dry, and New Zealand had one of its longest, hottest summers, and they were experiencing a little bit of a drought. How much the rain makes a difference, we hardly recognise any of this, and we don't remember seeing any lakes or anything on the way up here. So yeah, I know the rain's a pain. It certainly improves the scenery. That's it, guys. The end of the road.
The end of the road.
So this is Cape, let's call it Reinga.
Reinga.
Because I like that rather than Reinga.
Reinga.
It was named after the Dutch Queen at the time, because the first Europeans to set eyes on New Zealand were Dutch. And they found this place and they weren't too sure what to name it, so it was either named after the Queen or the wife of the guy that owned the ship and was sponsoring the voyage. I can't remember which one.
So the sand dunes that we saw were over that ways a bit. I don't think that's the exact one that we went on, but they're over that way.
No.
It's raining a little bit, but it's just a shower. You can walk up to the point over there, that beach. I should imagine there's not many people that go down there. So just to clarify,
the chap that first saw this, the European that saw this, was Abe Tasman, he of the Tasman Sea, and he named this place. The records say that he wasn't overly impressed, which I suppose from a sailor's point of view it ain't great, because the seas over here are always rough and there's no obvious landings, and he was heading north anyway. He discovered this place, and he named it after the wife of the governor of the East India Company, who he was working for at the time.
there you go. So we're in car park number 2, and as you can see the lighthouse down there, very popular. We've been here before. I don't remember it was such a long walk, so it's probably about 10-15 minute walk from the car park. I would say it's wheelchair friendly up to a point, and obviously okay for buggies and stuff, and the path is pretty good too.
Yep.
So yeah, you don't really need your walking shoes unless you want to start walking
Go and
down
see
there.
the end, which of course one of us is going to be doing it.
Are we?
Well, one of us is.
Are we?
Well, no, not necessarily we, but I'm going to have a wander up to the top of the hill.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I can.
Up there?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to come.
Yeah, I don't mind going up to the top of the hill. Hold that thought, folks. You'll see whether Willow does it or not. Ooh. Can't see why not, to be honest. So, if you can see down here, some of you might be able to see there's in the distance, a long white bay, and that's Spirits Bay. It's supposed to be quite a special place. I looked up on the campsite, and it was a bit of a trek to get to, but we found a good spot. Nice little bay here as well. Not bad, is it? Not bad little view. Yep, we're going into sports mode, people.
Check out the top. Willow thinks it's the same top she was wearing last time we were here, 2 years, 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. So we're going to find out.
And if it is, somebody can't keep moaning that I buy new clothes. Monday don't trip.
Willow's coming up the hill.
I am. Somebody said, oh, one of us.
I said at least one of us.
Yeah. And we all know he was referring to himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's not that bad. I haven't got up there yet, so hold that thought. As it turned out, it wasn't the same top, but I did actually have that top with me. The top that I've got on here, I've had for about 8 years. So, not bad, eh? Just getting my breath. For some of you that have been following us for a while, you remember a few months back, we went to John O'Groats, and yeah, so we're coming to the far north of another bit of land.
Another island. Even.
Another island, yeah. Another hemisphere. Again, all free. Don't have to pay to park. Don't have to pay to come in to the reserve. And these are sort of things that we do like. It makes you feel a little bit more free, for sure. There you go. Made it. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation.
Not a bad view though, is it?
And the only thing I can say is I'm knackered. It's beautiful. So I'm going to get Kevin to take some pictures, but here you can clearly see the currents coming together. Yeah, Shemad, pretty treacherous. I think when we was here last time, there was a bit of a swirl as well, wasn't there, going on?
Yeah, it was a lot rougher.
Yeah, it was rougher, considering the day was so much clearer, brighter, and all the rest of it. So
yeah, because we could see those islands out there.
Yes, we could. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think the last time I was here as well, you could see the real colour difference. There was one that was more aqua, like green, and the other one was quite dark blue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, eh? Still waiting to see a killer whale, guys.
Yeah, it's very little out there at all. I mean, when we were here last time, there was loads of birds floating around, and it's possible that we might have seen the odd albatross. But here, there's very little of anything.
Yeah. I'm not quite on the edge. No fence. We haven't heard of, wouldn't it, in the UK and some other countries? But look at that. It's pretty cool. And that's a bit of a ways down there. So I think we're going to try and get down this path. Not just because our kids live here, we have 2 of them. We are absolutely loving New Zealand to the point where we're even thinking of working here for a couple of years, because the job that we used to do, bus drivers, is now on the wanted list. So stay tuned if you want to find out more whether we manage to do it.
Pretty easy coming down, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was a couple of girls up there said, "Oh, I reckon you could swim in that."
I don't think so. I reckon you could drown in it. So realistically, if you take this path here, I reckon it's probably about a 15-minute walk, isn't it, Kev?
15-20 minutes, yeah. There's lots of signage on the way, lots of information. You can take it all in.
Yeah.
It's certainly going to be that. And it is definitely wheelchair friendly, no worries at all. As evident by the wheelchair that's down here under the...
Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. And here we are, Cape Reinga, Origina. The lighthouse at the end of the world. We didn't realise that our microphones had stopped working, so as you can see, the weather did start to improve. But definitely, if you come to New Zealand, put Cape Reinga on your list. It's definitely worth the trip. Sorry about the technical issues and you didn't get to see us say goodbye, but we just wanted to show you. This is a little park up there. We stayed at for 2 days where we was at the Southern Dunes, and when we come back from Cape Reinga. Very quiet, really nice. The mosquitoes were a bit of a nightmare, but you see by the views, it was a really nice place to stay. Can I just ask you, just think about subscribing to us to help the channel grow. Don't forget to hit the like button and to ring the bell for notifications. We really appreciate everybody that subscribed, and I just want to say hello to everybody. And our little van, we just absolutely love it, and we are having such a lovely time in New Zealand. And I hope you follow us for the rest of our journey. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.